Hello everybody, my name is Kimber from Kimber's Cozy Creations and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. This is podcast episode number 7. Yeah, so I started, I think my very first like podcast video episode or whatever was like 3 years ago, and I think I made it through like 3-4 videos and then stopped for a year and a half and did another 2-3 videos, and now we're here. So this is episode 7. Welcome. This is my little corner of YouTube where I'm going to be talking about everything yarn related, basically knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, my company Kimber's Cozy Creations, and then probably just updates on life. So it'll be probably a couple episodes before I get figured out like what format I like or what order I want to do things in. So for now, we're just gonna do what it is. Oh, it's also September 20th, which is ridiculous. Like how is it almost the end of September already? I don't like it. But I do like that it's getting cooler out because that means all fun, warm, cozy things, which is much better than 90-degree weather, in my opinion. So yeah, so today, okay, so general format ideas. I think we're gonna go like whips, FOs, so works in progress, finished objects, and then maybe like, sorry, there's a bird in the window, it distracts me. And then maybe like the like future knitting or like plans or like dream knitting or whatever, like kind of what's next. And then we'll probably jump into like what's new with KCC and then life stuff. I'm thinking that's going to be the general path of each episode, but we'll see. Like I said, it's going to be a trial and error thing and we'll figure it out. So first we'll do whips or works in progress, because I'm assuming most of you know what those are, but not all of you will know what that is, and that's okay. We'll learn together. So works in progress. So my first one is a pair of socks, which is a big surprise because, yeah, we're going whips first because why not? Anyways, so a pair of socks is, let me get this situated for you. Without pulling the needles out all the way. I'm always terrified I'm gonna do that because it's easier to show when it's like on the actual needle part of circular needles, but then I'm always terrified. Anyways, these little cuties. So this is a self-striping yarn. What is the Llama colorway from Kimber's Cozy Creations. So it's just a 4-stripe repeat. So I got one repeat down and then got one stripe of the next repeat. And then this tan color is Treasure, also from Kimber's Cozy Creations. So the sock set comes with the self-striping and the mini. So I'm doing one at a time on these just because I want the stripes to match up and I don't like splitting the yarn to do them 2 at a time. So self-striping I usually do 1 at a time if I want the stripes to match, which I do. So there's these ones. These ones I started, I don't know, at some point. I think it was after summer sock camp was done, so after the 31st. Yeah, it must have been. But anyways, yeah, so just cute little baby socks so far. I did a yarn over toe, which is my go-to. And then I think I'm going to be doing this new gusset short row heel situation that I've discovered and found. I did it on one pair of socks so far. I haven't worn them yet, so I don't know. Like the initial try on, they were super comfy and they fit me better than just a regular shadow wrap heel, which is my usual go-to. So we might be switching to this new gussety short row thing. It's my finished object today has that heel, so I'll show you when we get to that. Then I have one other active whip right now. Also all the yarn pattern, dyers, whatever will all be linked below, just so make your lives easier if you see something you really like and you want to get it. So my next whip is a Musselburgh hat. I don't know which way is like the correct pronunciation, and I don't remember the dyer's name or the designer's name off the top of my head, so I'm gonna put that like right in here, and it'll definitely be in the description below too. But I am this far on it using, this is a DK weight one, so I'm using 16-inch circulars. So this is Llama, so it's, should have named it a little bit better. So this is Llama stripes, and then this is just Llama. So it has all the same colors, it's just a variegated. And this is from Kimber's Cozy Creations. I'm pleased to see that it's not really pooling weird. I was concerned that it would like pool, or I don't know, do like the, which would have been cool if it was like the spirally type of thing, but it's looking, at least in my opinion, pretty variegated as far as it knits up. Down in the increases there's a little bit of spiraling, but this is all I have left of it. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do the whole thing in just this colorway, so I think I'm going to, because it, so if I think if I started out with a full 100-gram skein, it would have been fine. But since I used this DK for my swatches for listings and stuff, it started out with like an 88-gram skein, which isn't a whole lot less, but when you're trying to knit a DK hat, it is a significantly less, because the increases alone took 20 grams of yarn. So that would have left me with what, 48 grams for the, so 20 for the increases, 20 for the decreases, and then 48 for the middle part. And I don't think that's gonna be big enough or like long enough, because it folds into on itself. If you've never seen the Musselburgh hat or never knit one, it's basically a long tube. So you start with, think like 6 stitches, you increase, and then you knit a tube for forever, and then you decrease to the 6 stitches on top, you close it, and then it like tucks in on itself, so it's a double thick hat. So I don't think just using Llama is gonna be enough to make it long enough to double over to like actually wear it as a hat. So what my thought is, I need to measure where this is at now, because I might almost be there. So knit the first part in this, and then knit a middle section in Treasure for like a brim, and then knit the last part and the decreases in Llama stripe. So this is the DK version of the self-striping. So if I do that, in theory, I'd be able to wear it like this with that Treasure brim, because it'll fold over. I think I'll make it long enough to fold over. I like that. And then if I reverse it, it'll be the self-striping with the Treasure brim to it. That's my plan. So I just need to, just threw it on the floor. Just need to measure it and figure out all the math on that. Should be fine, shouldn't be a big deal. And I'm also knitting this for Michaeli of Breaking Yarn is hosting a DK weight Musselburgh knit along right now. I think it is through the end of September maybe. So hopefully I get it done in time. If not, it was fun. I've never knit one before and I've been wanting to. So I'm glad I finally like actually worked on it a little bit and like knit one. So yeah, it's a really fun pattern. I enjoy it. But yeah, not done with it yet. So we'll see how it goes. Probably later today I'll do all the measuring and the math and figure it out. Because I think I might be ready to switch to treasure. But I'll just have to math it up and figure it out. So those are the 2 whips I have. And then I have one finished object, or FO. And it is a pair of socks, which is not surprising to anybody. These guys. So this is Hot Mess Express. Is the very pretty, if it'll focus, there we go, variegated. And then the pink is Welcome to the Knit Show. These are both from Kimber's Cozy Creations, and right now it is on the website as a sock set. Eventually I will dye up Hot Mess Express across all bases, and then it'll be available, because I think that'd be a really cool like sweater or like a shawl. So I did these 2 at a time, toe up, did my basic yarn over toe, then vanilla, and then this is the newer heel. Increases, so the gusset is pretty much from here to here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it increases, and then once you get to the middle you do your short row heel. I did the shadow wrap because I like that one. And then you do the decreases back to your normal stitch count. And then I just did a 2x2 ribbing with a little pop of color. The one thing I did like about these is that I think the decreases took it to pretty much like right there. So I just did 2 rounds of regular, just stockinette knitting before I started the cuff, which was really nice. Then it still gives you like that extra like height. So they're still shorties, but they're not super short. I don't know. I just thought it was nice because then gives you that extra height without having to knit extra. Because when I knit toe up socks, once I get to the heel, like I'm ready to be done with them. Which is why most of them are shorties, and I like wearing shorties more. But once I get to that heel, I'm like ready to be done. So it's nice that like you still have to finish the heel, but it gives you enough height that you don't have to like finish the heel and then knit some more and then do the cuff. So yeah, I really liked them. Like I said, I did the initial try on, and they fit a lot better than just the regular short row heels. Because there is that gusset, so on both sides it's increased, so it gives you that extra room. You can kind of see it's a little bit looser. Gives you that extra room on top of your foot, like in the ankle area, which it fits me a lot better. I have thicker ankles, so it fits me a lot better. So I just need to finish weaving in the ends and then wear them a couple times before I commit to using them on other socks. Because I think I might have started it a little bit too late, and the only way I'm going to know is if I wear them a little bit. So maybe I'll do that tonight too, is weave in the ends. Probably gonna do, while I'm editing this video, I'm gonna weave in the ends on this so I can wear them before I get to the heels on everything else that I want to put this heel on. So we'll do that. Yeah, so I just have the one FO. They're super cute. I really like them. Like I said, I'll put links to yarn and everything below. So yeah, that's all I have for whips and FOs. For future knitting plans, I have 2 lined up right now. The first one is, we'll go this one first. Nicole of ProfPurl. I'll link her stuff below. She has a podcast and obviously Instagram and all that stuff. She is hosting a Love Note knit along. The Love Note is a sweater. I don't remember the designer. It will be right there, linked below, all that good stuff. And I've been wanting to knit one for a while, and now I'm going to, and I'm super excited. I do have the yarn over here. Okay, so I was good, and I even knit up a swatch, and I blocked it. Usually, 1, swatches don't happen. 2, if they do, they never get blocked, and I just go for it and hope for the best. But I actually knit a swatch and blocked it. So, and I was on gauge. So it was a great day. But this is my swatch. It's so pretty. Let's say it was knit in the round, so I did the fancy, like, actually carry the yarn around and knit it in the yarn and then cut all the ends. So there's a bunch of, say it's blowing out just a little bit, but that's okay. It is so soft, and I love just like the drape of the fabric, so I'm really excited about this. I haven't knit a sweater, well, yeah, I haven't knit on sweaters in a while. I have a bunch started that are still in the pile of doom, but anyways. So for my love note, I'm going to be holding, oh, excuse me, it's fingering and Suri or mohair held together. So I'm going to be holding Misty Mountain is the fingering, just a gray with atomic pink on my Suri base. I say it is blowing out. It is a bright, bright pink. It does not want to. That's pretty true to color right there. It's about as close as I'm going to get it on this camera right now. So I'm holding these two together. They're both from Kimber's Cozy Creations. The Atomic Pink is a newer colorway. Actually, it is new. It's not even in the shop yet. It will be. Misty Mountain has been around for a while. But I'm holding these two together to get this beautiful. I like how Misty Mountain kind of mutes it just a little bit. Like, it's pretty bright by itself. But yeah, so that's going to be my love note, and I'm super excited. The knit along starts on October 1st. And I believe goes till December 1st, so it's 2 months long, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just know it's happening and I'm gonna do it. And I'm very excited about it. So yeah, that's one of my future plans for knitting. The other one also starts on October 1st, but it is, I'm sure you guys know where this is going. It is a month long. It's a shawl. It's a Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, and I'm using these beauties. So you got Misty Mountain. I think I'm gonna call this one Aqua. It's just a pretty, and then Ghost is a super light gray. So this is gonna be my shawl. But it is by Stephen West. It is a mystery knit along, so all we know right now is that it's 5 skeins and 3 colors, basically. My memory card ran out of space, so I had to fix that. Anyways, as I was saying, Stephen West mystery knit along. I believe the first clue is October 8th, I think. It's like that first Friday of October is the first clue, and then every week, every Friday, a new clue is given. So then by the end, you have a full shawl. It's a 5 skein shawl, so it's huge. I did try doing it last year. It was also a 5 skein shawl, but it was 5 like different colors. I think I made it through like clue 2 maybe, and then just kind of abandoned it. But then I saw like the finished shawl and I wasn't a huge fan of it. So I think what I'm gonna do with that one, because it's the same needles, so I think I'm going to just bind off where I am, stick it on the wall, call it artwork, and then probably block it first, but then stick it on the wall, call it artwork, and then just start this next one. I'm not gonna bother frogging it because there were so many color changes and snips, and I'm just gonna end up with a bunch of like little balls of color, which I don't really want. So we're just gonna bind it off, call it good, and stick it on the wall, call it art, and call it a day. So then I can use those needles for this new one, which hopefully this new one also does not turn into wall art and is actually, I see it through to the end and it's done and finished as a shawl to wear. I think that's it for as far as like future knitting plans goals, just the love note and the mystery knit along from Stephen West. I'm excited about both of them, so we'll see what happens with that. I guess next would be kind of KCC updates. One, I finally, my Bear Yarn supplier has been backed up for a little bit. They also did recently move warehouses, so I completely understand the whole like transition, moving, all that stuff. But yarn is on its way, should be here Friday. So I'm hoping to start working on orders probably Monday or Tuesday. So if you have orders and you're waiting for them, I have not forgotten about you. I think about it every single day. But I just don't have all the yarn that I need for that. Also, on Saturday, the 23rd, what is this Saturday, 24th? 24th, that gives a lot of light. I will be having a booth. I'm at a show, so it'll be at Cable Fall Fest. I believe I'll be there from 9 to 5 or something like that. I know I'm getting there at like 7 to set up and everything. Don't show up at 7. It's not open then. I believe, I'm gonna check the email really quick just so I know for sure. But I believe it is from, yeah, 9 a.m. to I think probably 4 or 3, whenever, hold on, Saturday. Oh, so the whole, okay, so I've never been to Cable Fall Fest. It's like half an hour from my house. It was the thing to do in the fall in school, like in high school and stuff. I've never gone, so it's gonna be interesting to go now. I don't know, kind of have mixed feelings about it. But anyways, so Saturday, the whole, like everything, there's stuff happening from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. the whole day. So there's like music, there's a parade, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Schedule events. 9 to 5 is when like the designated shopping times for the arts and crafts vendor market thing is 9 to 5 on Saturday, September 4th in Cable, Wisconsin. So if you'll be there, cool, come say hi. If not, road trip maybe. So I'm interested to see how that goes. So this week is going to be a lot of prepping for that on Saturday, because what, today's Tuesday. Prepping for that on Saturday, and then just prepping to hit the dye pans on Monday, Tuesday. We'll see how Saturday goes. Like I just worked up a bunch of these Drummond colors, are purple and yellow. I'll have a bunch of these headbands. I'll have beanies. I'm working on some pumpkins, and obviously I'll have yarn there too. So pretty much anything and everything. I'm gonna have a couple like little crocheted stuffies, amigurumi. I don't remember how to pronounce that. It's a hard one for me. But all sorts of fun stuff. So if you'll be there, come say hi. If not, I don't know. Thanks for, send all the good vibes and all that, because I'm really anxious about this one. Not just because it's like high school, blah, 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 but just that fairs and markets haven't been too good for me lately. Like they haven't been doing super well. So I'm just hoping that this one is a little bit better. But we'll see. There's only one way to find out, and that's to do it, and we'll see what happens. So I think Mom's gonna come with me and hang out with me all day. I think the boyfriend has to work, so that kind of sucks. But Mom will be there. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. It should be like 65, excuse me. It's gonna be like 65 degrees. So I'm planning on wearing a hand knit sweater, and hopefully it doesn't get too hot with that. But it should be a good time. It'll be great. It'll be fine. So that's coming up. And then Like I said, I'll start dyeing orders next week. I think that's it for KCC stuff. I think. Oh, I do. I'll talk about that next time. So as far as like, I guess, if you're just here for the knitting and yarn stuff, I guess this is your time to duck out. If you want to stick around for kind of life updates, then grab a drink and pull up a chair, and I guess there's not a whole lot going on right now, but we'll figure it out. So if you're heading out, thanks for stopping by. I'm hoping to make the podcast a regular thing, but I don't understand. Yeah, so the best way to kind of keep tabs on that is to subscribe and hit the little bell notification thingamabob, because I don't even know when I'm going to be recording half the time. Oh! So next week, instead of a regular podcast episode, I think I'm going to do a to frog or not to frog type of episode. Kristen over at Volvine did one, I think a couple weeks ago now, and it inspired me to go through all of my lingering whips and UFOs, so unfinished objects, and just either do like a quick, am I gonna finish this or am I gonna frog it? I have so many, like, there's a whole like mountain of them over there, and then there's some upstairs, there's some in the bedroom, they're everywhere. It's ridiculous at this point. So I think I'm gonna go through, so next week will be that type of video and not like a regular podcast episode, which obviously you're more than welcome to come along and see what craziness I have that's been in bags for years at this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through and do a super quick, like, is this something I'm going to want to finish and wear, or am I just gonna reclaim the yarn, frog it, and use the yarn for something else? Because I can think off the top of my head, there's a couple that I am so close to finishing, like literally like 10 rows left of a shawl. Like I just can't get myself to finish those. So I'm hoping by doing like the whole video thing, it'll have some sort of accountability. And obviously I'll go over this again in the video, but like anything I do frog has nothing to do with like the designers or the yarn. It's just that it's not, when I cast it on or started it, it was what I wanted, and now it just doesn't fit what I want or need right now. So nothing will, like, none of it reflects negatively on like the yarn or the designer. It's just purely like my thoughts have changed since then. So if you want to stick around for that next week, at least the plan is next week, we'll see if it actually happens. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be crazy. Anyways, okay, I think that's it for yarn knitting stuff. So I'll see you later if you're heading out. If you're sticking around, cool. So yeah, it's kind of just general life updatey type stuff. So I don't know if any of you, most of you know that like I have multiple sclerosis, and I was diagnosed September of 2013. So it's what, 9 years now. I can do math. So that's been fun. But I recently switched. So I was doing infusions every 6 months. Recently switched medication. So now it's like pills for 5 days, nothing for 28 days, pills for 5 days, and like nothing for a year. And then again, that pills for 5 days, nothing for 28, pills for 5 days. And then I should be set for like 7 years, somewhere in there, 6 to 8 years or something like that. Like I should be covered, everything's good. So I'm making that switch now, just for like future planning, I guess, like family planning generally, basically. So basically if I was like still on my infusions, and if we were to start a family, which is not have any plans on happening in the next like 2 years, so slow your roll. But if we were to start wanting a family and planning for that, if I was on my infusions, I would have to stop my infusions and basically be unmedicated for my MS while going through the like pregnancy and birth and all that. And then if I end up breastfeeding, I would have to be still off the medication for that, and we were just not okay with that. Shh, Mama's talking. Bjorn's trying to be part of this. Come here. Come here. Whee. Oh, there, we got a doggo. Thank you. So basically, it was just something we weren't comfortable with, and so since I am able to make the switch now, and even then doing the switch, it'll be 18 months or whatever before we can even think about doing the whole family thing, which is pretty much our timeline anyways. So anyways, it's probably more than you needed to know, but there you go. So I did the first week last week, and it went a lot better than I expected it to. Because you know that always, thank you buddy, that plan for the worst, hope for the best thing. I was like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I feel so much better now than I did obviously last week or like the week before, which is great. So last week was just a lot of like fatigue, body soreness, stuff like that, which was, I mean, I deal with that normally anyways. It was just like tenfold, so it was worse than what I normally have, but it went a lot better than I thought it was going to, which was great. Which is just frustrating because like put a little hold on what I could do as far as work, but we're feeling better now, which is great. Hopefully in a month or whatever when I have to do the second week, it's just kind of the same of take a week slow and then get back to it, but we'll see how that works. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all of kind of life updatey stuff. I can't think of anything else. No, that's pretty much it. Just getting ready for it to cool down, but yeah. So I guess I will see you guys next time. Like I said, next week I'm hoping for a like the to frog or not to frog video, and then probably the week after that will be a regular podcast episode, because I'm not expecting to get much nitty done this week with market on Saturday. I'll probably get some stuff done on Saturday at the market while I'm waiting for people to stop by. Oh, excuse me, stop by and stuff, but next week would be pretty boring. So we're gonna do the to frog or not to frog thing. So I guess that's it for this week. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, just let me know. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.